Hey Shalloners, welcome back. Today I want to talk about something that you guys ask me about all the time, or actually you guys don't ask me about this necessarily specifically, but if you boil down 90% of our problems, your problems and my problems, the problems all of us have as girls and boys, it comes down to this: confidence. Being confident, projecting confidence, going boldly out into the world in the direction of your dreams, living the life you've imagined. Well. That's all nice, right? Like everyone said, just be confident, go, do it. But confidence is like physical ability, you know? Like I can't just go be an NBA player because someone told me to, and I know that like that would be cool. I can't just like will myself to do it, right? Like confidence doesn't work that way. Or does it? Here's the thing with confidence. You fake it till you make it. I'm a big fan of things that are fake hair, fake eyelashes, fake boobs. I actually don't have any of those at the moment, which makes me feel like weird and naked. I'm from Orange County, California. I love fake hair and fake lashes and fake boobs, but sadly everything is real at the moment. But I do like the idea of fake things. Like it's fun. It's fun to pretend. It's fun to dress up. It's fun to imagine. And for some reason, we don't realize that that is also something we can do in terms of our own self-confidence. So today, I'm gonna tell you, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ways for you to fake confidence. And the bonus is, doing these 6 things is going to create actual confidence inside of you so that eventually you won't even have to fake it. The fake and the real are going to become one. And you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be like, I don't need these tricks anymore. It's worked. But before we do that, I just want to remind you guys that if you have a love question or a confidence question, friendship, sex, family, whatever, please find me on the Instant Go app. My username is ShallonXO, and click chat and I get back to you in a day. If you don't have Instant Go available in your country at the moment, because I know it's not quite global just yet, please leave your question right here on this video in the comment section. Please no more DMs. I'm not answering them. I've said, I think a big part of cultivating quality interpersonal relationships is listening, respecting the wishes of others. So I think it stands to reason that if some people chronically don't listen to the wishes of, say, me, someone who's willing to help them with their love problems, that could kind of be why you're having relationship issues in different categories to your life. But I know you guys aren't like that. You guys are very good listeners because you listen to me. That's crazy. Okay, faking confidence. It's something that we kind of all have to do. And I know if you guys are younger, you probably think like, well, she's an adult. Like she doesn't really have to do this, or like, her life's like very similar and whatever. She's not going into the same kind of social situations that we are. She's not going into like a crowded prom convention center. Like she's not walking into school on the first day. No, that's true. I'm not doing that anymore. I have done that. I'm experiencing situations because of my line of work. I'm the editor of a magazine, a celebrity magazine. So I'm going into a Met Gala after party. Oh, there's Jennifer Lopez. Haley Baldwin's at the bar. Kylie's 4 feet from me. You think you don't need confidence in those situations? When you're wearing a Forever 21 dress and they're in couture? Yeah. So the people I'm interacting with are actual popular people. Like popular not just for like your town or your school or your college, popular for our planet, popular for planet Earth. So I really have had to develop these skills because if I didn't, I wouldn't be where I am career-wise, because I wouldn't be able to go to these events. They would fill me with so much anxiety, I wouldn't be able to do it, and I would have unconsciously had to choose a different career path. This just wouldn't have worked. So here are my tricks. Okay, first things first. Pick a confidence idol. Now, ideally, this is someone you know in real life, maybe your older sister, maybe like an aunt, maybe like a girl at school. Actually, you know what? I take that back. Make it someone you don't know, because someone you're gonna be like able to see their flaws and see their downside and kind of like see behind the curtain, the Wizard of Oz curtain. We don't want that. We want you to pick someone who is sort of like flawless in their confidence, a celebrity. My 2 confidence idols, you're gonna laugh because everyone does, Paris Hilton and Kourtney Kardashian. So nobody cares about Paris Hilton now, but when I was young and when I needed to develop these skills, people did. Paris was like a big deal. And I realized that part of Paris's magic is that she was unembarrassable. Unembarrassable. 0 fucks to give. I made sex tape, yeah. I mispronounced that, and I don't know what pork rinds are. Okay. I think Walmart sells walls. Yeah. Like, nothing fazed her. Nothing fazed her. Me, on the other hand, at that point in my life, I was like one giant cringe. Like, I was embarrassed to just be like existing in the world. Like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, I couldn't handle anything. Paris, is this a bruise on my arm? What's happened? No, it's just my spray tan gone wrong. But yeah, Paris, like, didn't care. Everything rolled right off her. And if you don't get embarrassed, then you are very risky. You know, you can just do whatever you want. You can be really ballsy, really risky, because if something backfires, it's like, whatever. By the way, that kind of risk taking is a hallmark of a psychopath, which is why they're very successful in business, because they do make these crazy risks, because it's like failure doesn't faze them, you know? So let's not act totally psychopathic and like take advantage of people and hurt others, but let's borrow a few traits, like being unembarrassable. Also, Kourtney Kardashian. I, as a woman, and I'm sure you guys do too, have a very big problem over apologizing. If someone bumps into you, I don't say, oh, excuse me. I say, sorry. Like, it's even just that small, those micro levels. Sorry, what did you say? Oh, sorry, I can do that. It's not like, excuse me, pardon me. Sorry. So if I'm saying it on that tiny level, shit, I'm doing it on the macro too. I kind of used to live my life like forever waiting for someone to give me permission to do something. And God forbid I hurt someone's feelings, or they didn't like it, or they didn't approve. Terrible. Kourtney doesn't give a fuck. She laughs when Kim cries. She's harsh AF to the guys she dates. It's like, I am the view. So leave. I don't care. You're being a bitch. I can replace you. That whole like mindset it was a completely foreign concept to me, honestly. Like, I'd never really considered the fact that like I didn't have to put up with shit. And that I didn't have to like shuck and jive and do this song and dance to make people like me. You don't like it? Get out. And I realized that is not a function of her being rich. It's not a function of her being hot, because quite honestly, I don't really think she's all that hot. I know everyone thinks she's the hottest Kardashian. I just don't, whatever. But that is just her attitude. And I guarantee you she was like that when she was in college and when she was like, no makeup, not hot. Like, this is just who she is, and I respect that. That is dope. So they're my 2 confidence idols. So when you have a confidence idol, let's focus on Paris. Let's pretend yours is Paris. So when I go into a social situation, I tell myself that I am playing Paris in a movie about her life. So I'm like inhabiting her. So people are not reacting to me if they react negatively or positively. They're reacting to Shallon as Paris. Shallon tonight will be playing the role of Paris Hilton. So that gives me a separation, sort of a buffer layer between me and the social situation. And within that layer, anxiety gets trapped, which is good. It sort of filters out the anxiety and it doesn't quite reach me. It's kind of like wearing a bulletproof vest. Honestly, that's what Paris Hilton does for me. I really hope one day she sees this. She's like, I'm a bulletproof vest. What? And just like doesn't get it. Sorry. So if you can go into your social situation armed with your version of your idol, playing the part of that person, it's gonna give you a little leeway and you're not gonna take things so personally, which is crucial. Also, this is what I've learned from years of therapy. Give yourself a mantra. I have a ton of social anxiety, and you know what? Guess what? Who cares? Nobody. Because you know who else has social anxiety? Literally every person on planet Earth who isn't a psychopath or a sociopath. For real. I get so many messages from you guys like, I have social anxiety. No shit. Like, no shit. Like, yeah, that's called being alive. Like, I think we're just like at a point in society where we're like over labeling ourselves because we think it makes us special and we think it like makes people listen to us. And I guess maybe it does, but it also makes you look like a huge fucking nerd. Just like, If you start labeling yourself like, I have anxiety, I have that, it's like you're gonna live that label. And the thing that you do in your weak moments, you know, putting this label on yourself to like get a little attention or make people listen to you, that's gonna take on a life of its own. And then you're gonna be that anxious girl. Even if no one else calls you that, you're gonna think of yourself that way, and suddenly your problems are just compounded. What was probably actually a really easy fix, now you're like, but I have anxiety, so I can't do that. Again, nobody cares. Literally no one cares. Like some people out there have like real problems, you know, like they just came back from a war, they're refugees, things like that. So like thinking that labeling yourself as like anxious is gonna make you have less social problems, it's not. Because there's a lot of things you can do to combat anxiety. And this is one of them. Well, exercise, one. My ultimate motto, which is you wouldn't care so much what people thought about you if you knew how seldom they did. I say this in so many videos because my grandmother said it to me so very many times growing up. And it means like, no one's obsessing about what you do, which is good and bad. Because it's like, what do you mean no one's obsessing about me? I'm obsessing about me. But that's also like the upside. Like no one is focusing on if you tripped when you walked in or if you said something weird to the bartender. Like nobody cares. It goes in one ear and out the other because everyone else is so busy focusing on themselves. So tell yourself that. That is a good mantra to have. You wouldn't care so much what people thought about you if you knew how seldom they did. Again, that's going to create that buffer layer between you, the anxiety, and the social situation. And that's what you want to do. You want to put as much distance between your like raw emotional underbelly and the pokey fingers of that social situation. A lot of bulletproof vests. So you just strapped on the second one. Another mantra I love that my therapist taught me, because I do a lot of things like to please people. I like talk too much and tell too many jokes, and then I eat. Like I eat to pacify myself and I drink to pacify myself. That's what my family did to me, so they did the best they could. So I end up like being fat and drinking too much. It's cute. My mantra is, I am fine just the way I am. And then take a breath. You will be surprised how much tension you're holding in your body. Unlock your jaw. Take your tongue off the roof of your mouth. Unclench your belly. Like we hold so much anxiety in our bellies as women. Like the belly is a very like emotional place for us, you know? I'm fine just the way I am. Make that your mantra. And then my next point, number 4, think about people who actually do like you just the way you are. Maybe your mom, maybe your sister, maybe your grandmother. And I want you to picture them at this situation with you and all the negative thoughts that are going through your mind. And I want you to think about what they would tell you. And I mean, bonus points if they can actually be there and you can be like, everyone's going to hate me because I look stupid in this outfit. And they're gonna be like, no, they won't. No one cares. Like you look good, you look fine, like no. So it kind of helps us if we can look at ourselves from another person's point of view, from a more positive point of view. It makes us stop beating ourselves up a little bit. Number 5, this to me is the most crucial one. Body language. Body language. Studies have shown that your body affects your thoughts. Like I'm talking about how you position your body, what you do with your body. One such study, they called it the Superwoman study, said that if you stand like this, like Superwoman pose, you know, standing up, legs apart, for a minute and a half, your confidence dramatically increases. I've done that before public speaking engagements, before I had to ask for a raise, before I had to break up with someone, before a first date, like, I'm Superwoman! And it really does. There's something, like the blood flows differently, and we recognize that as a posture of power and authority. I mean, like every leader poses like this, like from Stalin to Wonder Woman. This is how leaders, how fearless people pose. And so when we adopt that position, our brains are like, oh, I'm a fearless person too. Okay. Because, and I've said this in other videos, when we're stressed and we're anxious, our mind is desperate for a way out. It's just like, it's panicking. The sirens are going. It is like, send whatever reinforcements you can to get me the F out of this stress. So if you tell it, hey, we're Paris Hilton. Hey, everyone likes us just as we are. Hey, we're Superwoman. Your mind is like, great, I'm so in. I believe that. And that's where the faking it till you make it thing comes in. Because like I said, your mind wants a way out. And it doesn't want to be in this situation again. It doesn't want to feel this cognitive dissonance, which is Your circumstances don't match how your mind wants to feel about it. So if you're at prom and you're just melting down because you're so awkward, your mind doesn't want that feeling. It wants to come up with coping mechanisms so that it doesn't have to feel this way anymore, because it's like too much. It's like, it sucks here, but I am here. Nah. Body language. Another thing, because it's not always appropriate to go like this for 2 minutes and like on a date. I've tried it. Posture. Your mom was right. Like I've said before, she's always right. Your posture greatly affects how you think. And yes, your mind influences your posture, but the reverse is true. Studies have shown this over and over and over and over again. If you're feeling anxious and not confident, put your shoulders back. I force myself to do this. This is how I live my life. When I walk into a room and there's Carly Kloss, there's Alessandra Ambrosio, and here's me, a piggy up on her hind legs. That's like what I think of myself. I'm like, oh, like I force those shoulders back. I force my chin up just an inch, just a little inch, to give me that sort of like regal look. And my mind is like, oh, thank God, I didn't want to feel like that anymore. Let's do it. Great, we're confident now. Rolling your shoulders back is gonna thrust your tits out, never a bad thing. And also, you wanna look at your thumbs. When you're standing up and when you're walking, are your thumbs inward? Are they like brushing against the outside of your hips? That means you're hunched over. Your thumbs are turned in because your posture's bad. When you roll your shoulders back, your thumbs start to point forward as you walk. They should be like your feet, pointing forward. That's when you know you've got good posture. Good posture not only tells your brain, hey, I'm a confident person, it tells the world that. And again, the faking it till you make it. When you project an image of confidence, other people notice that. They say, oh, she seems fun. Look at her. And they might be like, she's in a Forever 21 dress and she's 30 pounds heavier than anyone else in this room. But she seems just cool with it. I want to be around someone who's cool with themselves just the way they are. Because you know what that is to people? That's a leader. Humans are pack animals. And there's more followers than leaders. That's just statistics. So if you can emerge as even sort of a leader, even if you're faking it, again, you will fake it till you make it, because people will respond to you as a leader. You will become magnetic. They will want to be around you. You're going to make more friends. You're going to destroy it with boys. Like, I don't know why rom-coms and like Disney Channel movies gave us this idea that like the shy girl in the corner, like lurking like some sort of like wraith that just creeped out from under the baseboards, is like gonna catch the eye of the lacrosse captain. She won't. Like, that's not how this works. No, like, you can be nerdy and you can be weird, but you gotta be confident. You can be like, it's like a guy can be ugly, poor, or a douchebag, but he can't be all three. You know, like a girl can be weird, nerdy, or unconfident, but you can't be all three. Like, and if you're gonna take one of those away, take away the like, the spinelessness. It's not cute. So last but not least, now that you have all these tools, now that you have an idol, now that you know what it is you like about them, now that you have a mantra and are picturing your positive influences in your life, sort of validating that mantra, and now that you have your shoulders back, your head high, your power woman pose, now you got to put this into action. You build up confidence, and fake it till you make it, slowly but surely. You know, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. Rather than making your very first outing, you know, with all this information like prom, start at low risk situations. Be Paris Hilton when you go out to ice cream. Be Kourtney Kardashian next time you're at church. I mean, maybe don't be like bitchy like that at church, although that'd be amazing. Please do it and then report back, because I'm here for that. I'm here for that kind of drama. But like, practice in situations that are not as scary to you, so that you can work up to those things, like the first date, the party, the this, the that, so that when you get ready, you've walked and now you can run. Okay? It's really not that hard. It's like anything else in life. You got to practice to be good at it. And I mean, you don't have to develop these skills, certainly. I mean, you can go through life, this person, like the slither wraith, big-eyed and terrifying, like a possum under a barbecue cover. Or you can go through life like Paris Kourtney Superwoman Shallon Lester. Doesn't that sound better? I've been on both sides, and I promise you, this side of the fence, it's pretty cool. Like I said, if you guys have love questions, friendship questions, want to talk more about this, find me on the Instant Go app, or please leave your question right here on this video. Click like and subscribe for new videos every Friday, and follow me on social, ShallonXO on Twitter, Snap, and Instagram.